K-Bear 92.3 Wild Country, and we've got guests in studio with us today is Guy Mills and Don Cantrell. Join us with the Nebraska Corn Growers Association. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having us today, Adam.
It must be corn plot tour time.
It is. It's a great time of the year, and we're getting ready for harvest, and it's a big crop out there. I know there's quite a few that got hit by hail and wind, but for the most part, Nebraska's going to have a huge crop.
We talked a little bit with Don about that last week, about the hail, but it sounds like, at least for you, things are going to turn out fairly well.
Yeah, we've had a lot of hail on our farm as well, but no total wipeouts.
That's good.
So many fields.
Yep, a lot of folks did not fare as well. But let's talk a little bit let's dive right in and talk about what is happening Wednesday with Nebraska corn growers. And this is a chance to get boots on the ground and see what's happening out in an area field.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the Custer County Corn Growers has always had a plot. This is our 12th year now. And this plot consists of hybrids that are typically planted in Custer County. We try to limit the companies to give us your two best hybrids that you could put on a farm. And we're so fortunate this year to have Dillon Coleman as our plot cooperator.
And if you want to get to the plot, you just go down
Head up the Round Valley Road, I believe.
Road.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of it.
North of Broken Bow.
But it's at the intersection of Drive 443. So you go down Round Valley Road from either direction, from Sargent or from Broken Bow, and you'll find it.
It's 5:30, I believe, is when it all starts. In addition to the crop tour, what kind of information will be changing hands?
Oh, yes. Well, that'll be great. We have a drone demonstration this year, and I think that may be the future on how people spray their crops, and that would be very interesting. We have April Gross coming from Custer Public Power. There's some changes coming on what Custer Public is going to do on different wells, and she'll give us an update on there. And then, of course, again, we will update everyone on what's happening on the federal level and on the state level as far as the Corn Growers Association is concerned.
And we might touch on that here in just a little bit, too. But is there a meal involved with the plot tour?
When you come out, everyone's invited. And don't worry about registering or coming late. There will be a meal. So come on out. And I know there's a busy schedule for everyone still irrigating, baling hay, and everything like that, taking care of the cattle. But if you can show up even just for the meal, that would be great. And we're always striving for membership. That's one thing that really what drives a local association. And there's lots of examples. This past year, our Nebraska Corn Growers Association had 2 resolutions passed, and they actually went into Nebraska law. So that's one of the things. One of our resolutions that our Custer local did went into national policy, and then of course Nebraska law, and then turned into what Congressman Emery used for a House bill. So there's always something that can be said there. We have something for anyone, whether you're young, wanting to get a start, or not for sure at what level you want to participate in. We can get you at any kind of level of participation that you would like.
Well, Guy, you brought up a number of good points there, talking about how people can get involved in the county level with Custer County and make an impact not only across the state but beyond with Nebraska corn growers. There are probably people listening in that maybe are not involved in farming and ranching or are involved in the industry elsewhere. Talk about what this type of organization does.
Oh, absolutely. Well, a perfect example of this, our Governor Pillen, of course, wants to address the property tax issue. And one of his suggestions was he was going to tax inputs. Well, in our policy book, we specifically have a resolution there that prohibits our viewpoint on taxing inputs, and that would have been the 2.5% on all your repairs, your seed, and all kinds of fertilizer and chemicals. So it would have been a substantial amount of money for many people, and it would disproportionately hurt the young generation trying to get started. So that is one example how our policy book and our local chapters and then our Nebraska Corn Growers Association was able to change Nebraska state policy.
And a membership with Nebraska Corn Growers Association would get you in the room to help impact those issues. Now, is that available to individuals or are businesses eligible?
Yes, we have changed that, so businesses are now eligible. It's $190 for 3 years, but you get $150 back from the seed company. So it's about as close to free in this inflation environment as you're going to get. And we have targeted businesses because there's a relationship between what ag policy does for the farmer, and then of course how if the farmer prospers, what it means for rural businesses. That's why we would love to have businesses show up at this crop tour and learn what's going on with sustainable aviation fuel, what's going on with biodiesel. The next farm bill is very important, it's all in our minds. And then of course the election could change the direction of that farm bill and how it goes. So we invite all businesses and all members at any level and just to come out. And if you don't want to join, okay, we understand, but we think that it's an investment in the future.
Very good. Again, it's coming up Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. north of Broken Bow on the Round Valley Road. The address again, you have it there in front of you, Don.
Yeah, it's Drive 443 on Round Valley Road.
Okay. And the invite is available on our website, too. If folks go to the Fox Theater events page at kbear923.com, you can find all the contact information so you can be a part of it. Check out the corn plot and learn about drones and have a nice meal and have your questions answered with the Nebraska Corn Growers Association. Gentlemen, thank you.
Well, thank you so much
Appreciate
for
the
having
update.
us.
Thanks
We
for coming
appreciate
in.
your
And I
time.
might mention that Smoking Hot Barbecue is serving the meal, so we'll have a
very good.
very good meal.
It will always be good, definitely a good meal.
I am
So,
glad you mentioned that. That'll probably get people to pull the trigger right there.
Right there.
So, all right. Thank you so much, Don and Guy. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks,
K-Bear 92.3 Wild Country.
Thank you so much.